Hey guys, it's me, Trevis, the CEO and founder of PlayerProps.ai. First off, I want to officially welcome you to VIP. You can also refer to this as just simply premium, or you can call it whatever you want to call it, but you have taken the very first steps by upgrading your account to one of our premium subscriptions. Now, this video I wanted to put together to cover the initial baby steps to get you set up and get you started on the right track. We have had thousands of people upgrade their accounts to premium, and majority of the ones that are having the most success all have the same patterns. They're following the same guidelines, they're doing the same thing. And since I was noticing that there's a handful of people who aren't lasting too long with our premium subscription or just in sports betting in general, there are certain patterns that they have. So I wanted to create this video to kind of make it easier, or as easy as possible, easier than it already is, to fully understand everything that you kind of have to check the boxes for as you go down the list to make sure that you are setting yourself up in the best opportunity to lose less often and win more of your picks. So that's why this video exists. So let's go through a handful of the things that you need to make sure you're doing, whether initially or just on a daily basis, to make sure that you are not shooting yourself in the foot. The first thing to cover is you want to make sure, this is something that I don't believe I want to call it even optional. You want to make sure 100% you are in the community Discord server for PlayerProps.ai and you have synced your accounts. When I say accounts, I mean you're syncing your PlayerProps.ai account to your Discord account. There's a channel, if you join it for the first time, our PlayerProps.ai Discord server, there's one channel you see that just says Get Access. You follow those steps in the Get Access channel, and that's what's going to sync your accounts. And when it syncs your accounts, Discord says, oh, this person is a premium subscriber. They should have access to all of the premium channels. And so that's kind of what opened things up automatically for you. Just follow the steps and get access to a T. Sign in with your Discord account, bada bing, bada boom, you synced. Now you have access to all of those channels. There are some people who have upgraded to premium and then they aren't in the Discord. And when I've reached out to them and asked them, they say, oh, I don't do Discord. Discord is very important. It is a free to create account, a free to download app, and the amount of value you get as a premium member within the Discord is exponential. Make sure that whether before or after you upgrade, you can do it before or after, it doesn't really matter. Before or after you upgrade your account to one of our premium subscriptions, that you are in the Discord and you have your account synced. And how do you know your account is synced after you follow the steps? Your name in the Discord will be a nice little lime green and you'll have a diamond next to it. If your account is synced, but it doesn't recognize that there's a premium subscription or you haven't upgraded yet, your name will be yellow in the chats and you'll have a smaller diamond next to your name that just simply says Get VIP. If you have not synced your account whatsoever, you're only going to see maybe 2 or 3 channels in Discord, one of them being the Get Access channel. And your name technically in chat is like a super light blue. But if you don't see more than maybe 2 or 3 channels, you have not correctly synced your account. If for whatever reason you swear up and down, you believe that you have followed every single step in that Get Access channel to sync your accounts, and you're still not seeing everything, one of the channels that you do have access to right off the bat, it says Ticket Support. You click that channel, you open a support ticket, and simply let us know what your issue is, let us know what your PlayerProps.ai account email is, and then one of our devs will see exactly if there's any syncing issues happening with your account. Or if you're not doing it correctly, we can tell you what you're doing wrong, and you can fix that. But that, far and away, my premium community, is something that you 1000% need to make sure that you're doing. You can do it before, you can sync your accounts before, and if you do it before and then you upgrade, the system automatically recognizes that you just upgrade, and it'll automatically grant you access to all of those premium channels. So you don't have to do it twice. Just do it at least once, before or after. We recommend doing it before, but you can do it after if you want to. You do have a lot of people that upgrade and then they join the Discord and then they sync, and that's fine as well. But what's not fine is you not joining Discord or simply not syncing your accounts by following the steps and get access. So that's definitely the number one most important. To kind of do like a 1A off of that most important thing you need to do, you need to look at every single channel that you have access to. Take some time. I mean, maybe it'll take 20 minutes tops, 30 minutes, depending on how busy you are outside of doing this task, go through every single channel and read what is in this channel, what is this channel about, from top to bottom. Do not skip over channels. Do not just quickly just tap through them. Read everything in every channel. There are channels that are very, very important to you and your success. So I mentioned earlier in this video that I'm noticing patterns from the very few people who do not have success with premium, all have the exact same patterns. I mentioned the first one of the biggest things I'm noticing, they're not getting in the Discord. They're not syncing their accounts. That was the biggest thing that I wanted to fix here, which is why I mentioned it first. The next biggest thing that people are not doing, the few people that don't have success with the premium subscription, is they are not paying attention to the guidelines that I created for you to help guide you through becoming a better, and then also enhancing your skill set with how to use the app I created for you. There's 2 channels. There's actually a handful of channels, but the 2 channels I want to focus on right now, there's one that's called Bankroll Management. Tap the Bankroll Management channel. Read through everything top to bottom twice. After you've read everything top to bottom, then in the middle of the text in that channel, there's a video. Watch the video, sound on, do not skip a single second of it. That is the most important video that you are going to watch from on your pathway to being a better. That's the most important thing. And I've asked every one of our subscribers, I asked all the premium people, what's the number one thing you learned since you joined this community? And everybody, without hesitation, bankroll management. The guidelines in there will change your life. I guarantee it. Again, this is one of the patterns I see from people who aren't having success, which is like 1%. The 1% of people who aren't having success with a premium subscription are the ones that aren't in the Discord, which we already went over, or the ones who aren't practicing proper bankroll management. And how do you know if you're not practicing proper bankroll management? I don't know why that was a tongue twister. Is you never went to that channel in the first place to learn what is the guidelines that everybody else is following. So if you're getting frustrated that everybody is dropping winning screenshots in our basketball winners Discord channel or our football winners Discord channel or even our hockey winners Discord channel, there's a reason. They are doing something differently that you're not doing. I mentioned this as well in a video I did last week, and I mention this in Discord all the time. If someone is having the success that you want to have, you have to be doing what they're doing. You can't just hope that you have the same success. You have to do what they're doing. And the reason that the people in the Discord are having so much success is they are following proper bankroll management, which allows them to have winning screenshots almost on a daily basis. Some days they don't win, and that's fine because the bankroll management makes it where you're allowed to miss some bets, you're allowed to lose some days. So again, number 1 most important thing, join Discord and sync your Discord account. The number 2 most important thing you need to make sure you're doing, read the bankroll management channel twice and watch the video in that channel without skipping a single second. Make sure you have sound on as well, because I don't know if the captions that YouTube provides are as accurate as they should be. So sound on. And if you don't have time, if you're at work, then wait till you're after work. Just make sure you write it on your hand in black permanent marker. Watch the bankroll management video so you don't forget. So that's the second biggest thing. That's the 1% of people who aren't having success with a premium subscription are not doing. They're not practicing proper bankroll management. So to do a quick recap, number 1, join the Discord, sync your account. Number 2, read the bankroll management channel in Discord, watch the video, do not skip, practice proper bankroll management. And number 3, that's something else that's actually technically a channel in Discord. You might hear me refer or use the word trifectas in the videos. And the daily YouTube shows we do, or maybe the other VIP members in the Discord may use the word trifecta. So there's actually a channel in Discord that you can already see that is called Trifectas, and it kind of guides you how to find the best things on the app. So here I have the app pulled up. So here is PlayerProps.ai I'm recording this on Monday, December 9th, which is why this is on the screen right now. The thing that you have to pay attention to is you can't just blindly see, Cavante Turpin up top. He's up top. Projections at 35. His line's at 14.5. I'm going to go over on 14.5 receiving yards. You can't just blindly click and add things to your bet slip. First off, if you've already covered step 2, which is practicing proper bankroll management, then hopefully you're not just Christmas treeing your bet slip and throwing in 9 picks because the AI has higher projection than their line is. That is what the 1% of people who aren't having success are doing. There are certain parameters. Now, I'm not saying that Kevontae Turpin, who has a 14.5 line, who has a projection of 35.17, who has hit this line in the last 5 games 60% of the time, 70% over the last 10, and 64% of the season. I'm not saying it's impossible for him to hit this. We are just noticing in the now 8+ months that this site and this app has existed, what are some trends that are hitting more often than not? What are some lines or some certain things we're looking at that are hitting more often than not? In my experience, this is a personal thing. This is not you cannot play Turpin over 14.5 yards. I dare you to do it. Don't do it. I'll ban you. This is not what I'm saying. You can, by all means, lock in Turpin over 14.5 yards. But if you want to kind of get your feet wet by following the guidelines of what the Trifectas channel says, of what we consider trifectas, that'll help get you started on the right foot. As of this recording, which is December 9th, for the NFL videos that I do, I want to say over the course of the season, pretty much 99% of the NFL daily shows I do, which is simply me just pulling this up like you see on screen and finding the most optimal play for each day that has NFL games. As of this recording, before this Monday, December 9th, Monday Night Football game starts, I've hit 6 consecutive receiving yards plays from dating back like 2 weeks. For the last 2 weeks of days that have NFL games, I've hit 6 in a row. And if our play for Monday, December 9th hits, that would make 7 in a row. Those plays are receiving yards plays. That's what I focus on primarily. I do believe the receiving yards are one of the easiest stats to predict. And I showcase that by having such an astronomically high success rate in the videos I've done over the course of this NFL season up until Monday, December 9th. And I'm on a 6-show hit streak because I've paid attention to what hits more often than not. And it's not a exact perfect science. So, for example, if you look in the Trifectas channel in Discord, one of the things it says is if you're looking at NFL receiving yards, you want the sports books to be on the side of what you're looking, which, just to go over that real quick, is you see like Mike Gesicki here. He has a -125 line, and this -125 line or odds means a 55.56% chance, or 54 here. Typically, a lot of props either have like -110 each side or -115 each side. So if you see something kind of higher than -115, that means the sportsbook's slightly leaning towards that side actually hitting. The projection has to be a certain amount over the line. Some past data is kind of important as well. But one of the first things I mention for receiving yards trifecta stuff is I do not look at any receiving yards line that is below 40. And following this non-exact science of receiving yards for NFL, we have hit 6 shows in a row of targeting this. And then hopefully when the December 9th Monday Night Football play that we dropped a few days ago hits, then we'll be at 7 in a row. So again, because I target and I have this, 40 plus is better because that means the receiver gets more opportunities in the game, which means they're more likely to be able to hit their line. Because I say that does not mean that you have to live and abide by that. Plenty of people tonight are probably going to lock in Turpin over 14.5 receiving yards, or they might do this, they might do that. But if you, I guess what I'm leaning towards is I'm recommending if you want to get your feet wet and not just jump in and start locking in things. I mean, if you've been in the Discord for a while, you've been seeing stuff for a while, and you kind of get the hang of it, and you've had success with the receiving yard stuff already, just make sure you're following proper bankroll management, and you'll be good to go. However, there are certain things or certain parameters and stuff that hits more than not. So I recommend when you're getting your feet wet with the VIP, pay attention to the Trifectas channel on the ranges that we look for. And if something hits all 3, so we call it trifecta because each stat has 3 specific things that we look for. If something you see on the app hits all 3, that's what we call a trifecta. And trifecta plays, more often than not, they hit. So that's why we focus on those things. So again, number 1, to recap. 1 was join the Discord, sync your account. Number 2 was read the bankroll management channel twice and watch the video in there without skipping. Number 3, look at the trifectas channel in Discord and then kind of go back and forth each day. You can, I wouldn't say, you could call it practice, I guess, but just look at, like, pull up NBA, look at one of the stats in the trifectas channel for NBA, and just look at it one day and say, hey, is there anything that's triggering all 3 of the things that Trevis looks for? And if there is, then that's what we call a trifecta. Now, trifecta does not mean it's guaranteed to hit. Nothing in sports betting is, or the sportsbooks won't be multi-billion-dollar companies. But that's something I just wanted to stress here. There's certain things that I look for that I see hit more often than not. There are some new features coming down the pipeline within the next 30 days that'll make this trifecta thing a little bit easier to recognize, but definitely do that first, or I guess third in this top list. Those 3 things, without a shadow of a doubt, are the main reasons that the 1% of people that are not having success with PlayerProps.ai after they upgrade to a premium subscription. Those 3 are common, like 99% of the people of that 1%. That's the most common things I've seen. So I go, hold on. I know that I made the bankroll management channel, and I know that people that follow it are doing great. I know that I made the trifectas channel. I know the people that are looking at it are winning more often than not. Clearly, just creating these avenues for people is not enough. There's people that aren't reading the bankroll management channel, or they're not doing this, they're not doing that. So that's why I wanted to make sure I created this introductory video for those who just upgraded, or maybe you're watching this because you're about to upgrade. Either way, make sure that these 3 things that you're paying attention to. It's always a learning process. Another thing, I guess we can make it number 4, is always ask questions. There is no such thing as a dumb question. There are people, all different skill sets. You can be a day 1 person who's never bet on a game in their life. Maybe even you've not even watched a sporting event in your life. It doesn't matter. We welcome all shapes and sizes, all skill sets. But I strongly recommend, if you have a question, please ask that question. It doesn't matter how dumb you think it is, or how silly, or how novice. It doesn't matter. Always ask questions. We are the most welcoming Discord community in the entire industry. We're the most helpful as well. We love people asking questions because that tells us that you are trying to get better. If you're not asking questions, you may still be trying to get better on your own, but we love seeing people that are trying to just enhance their knowledge and understanding of things. You can ask in the VIP channels once you upgrade your account, and then the thousands of VIPs we have, more than happy to answer your question for you if they have the answer. If you don't want to ask in the VIP channels, you don't have to. You can open a support ticket if you want to, if it's something that's app related, or heck, you can even DM me on Discord. You know my name by now. It's CEO on Discord. You can do that as well. But I guess I would say that's number 4. Number 4 thing is people don't ask questions, or they don't ask for help. That's another reason that the 1%ers aren't having success, is I'm seeing that people, they have questions that are unanswered, and they just go, oh, I give up. I can't figure this out. I give up. When all it took was asking a simple question of, like, what does this mean? And then I could turn on that light bulb in the brain and they go, oh, now I understand. Now I know what I was doing wrong and how to do it right. So yeah, I definitely want to make that number 4. And finally, number 5, success tip number 5 for you guys. You see right above my head here, there's a little button that's on the screen. It says click to learn how to use Prop Predictor. Every single one of our 8 tools we currently have on the PlayerProps.ai app, every single one has a button right up top. There's a lot of people who will lock in some things, not click the button, not learn how to use the tools, and then like, man, I clicked a few things, this isn't hit. And all they had to do is click the button at the top of every single one of our 8 tools to quickly get an overview of how do you use this tool specifically. So the very first thing you need to do it could be before you upgrade, after you upgrade, it doesn't matter when you watch these videos, but before you place another bet, please go through all 8 tools. Every single one of these 8 tools, click the button at the top of the tool. If you're on desktop, it's there. If you're on the mobile app, it's up top as well. All 8 tools have a button up top. Click it, watch it, learn how to use that specific tool. And going back to number 4, if you have questions after you have watched the video, just ask. There's a lot of people that are looking at the app, locking in things, losing, and then asking questions of, wait, how do I use this? Don't waste money. Learn, then apply your knowledge, and then ask questions before after that. But make sure you do the learning stuff first. Make sure you are completely comfortable understanding all of the easy stuff that there is to understand on all of these tools. We made it as simplified as possible. We're continue to add new features, enhance the tools we have, add new features to the tools we have, and add new tools altogether as well. But make sure you watch all of those videos. I don't care if you're in a prop-only state where you can only do player props. I still want you to watch all 8 videos, even the ones that include money line predictor, spread predictor, and total predictor. And if I guess this is a question, this isn't number 6, but this is something I wanted to mention as well. On the mobile app, there's been a few people have asked this, so I just want to address this real quick. I made videos for this, but if you're on the mobile app, I've had a handful of people, maybe like 2 or 3, that have said, how do I find the money line predictor? How do I find the spread predictor, the betting splits, all of those things? In the bottom left of the tool, there's a filter. If you don't see those things, that means that says player. Player means things that are related to player props. We have the predictor, the optimizer, team trends, and the bnfantasy.com predictor. Those are surrounding player stats and props and stuff. If you change that, tap that in the bottom left where it says player and make it say team, it'll show you all of the team tools. The money line predictor, the spread predictor, the total predictor, and then the betting splits, betting trends tool we have as well. But that's not necessarily a success tip. That's just how to change that if you hadn't watched a video that explained that yet. So yeah, that wraps up the 5 things I wanted to go over that will enhance your opportunity to be successful with our premium subscription. So make sure you do all 5 of those. You could go ahead and pat yourself on the back for making it this far in the video, which means you are actually trying to listen to everything I'm saying. You're trying to apply everything I'm saying. So apply these things, apply yourself, get in the Discord, ask questions, learn from others. People have been there for a year or more now. But I wish you the best of luck. If you have any question with anything, please, like number 4 said, do not hesitate to ask. Whether you ask me or the community, doesn't matter. Just always ask if you have questions. But again, good luck, guys, and we'll see you in the Discord.